Sean McKee here, and welcome to another edition of Overdressed at Work TV. Today we're going to be talking about the Navy blazer, the traditional Navy blazer with gold buttons. And the purpose of this outfit is to wear to a conservative business interview where it's a business casual, where a suit is not required and a tie is not required. Or if you're at work and you need to be business casual, where a blazer or sport coat is required, this outfit will be appropriate. So we're going to choose a conservative cut, 2-button model suit coat here. And this is going to be our blazer that we're going to build into a navy blazer with gold buttons. It's a traditional notch lapel blazer. You can see again the lapel comes up to meet the collar. There's a notch right here, and that is where we get the name Notch Lapel. So we're going to choose that and go in and choose a navy fabric to load up onto the silhouette. Now we want to stay to the darker side for the navy blazer and not go too light. For example, a color like this smoke blue would be too light for an interview or for more of a conservative look. We want to stay more traditional, so we're going to go darker navy. So any of these colors here would work. But for today's purposes, we're going to stay as dark as possible. And we're going to add some gold buttons, and this should look familiar to everybody. Every man should own a navy blue blazer. It's kind of a uniform, if you will. It's really nice to have for a lot of different occasions, but it's conservative and it's good for an interview or for a business meeting where you don't need to wear a suit. Now, as you can see, we already have some light gray, or I should say medium gray trousers matched up. That would be your most conservative look with the navy blazer. And we will show you some other shades that would be appropriate as well. Some other shades of trousers that you could wear with the navy blazer. Now this is a very light Oxford gray trouser. This is appropriate for warmer climates, or if it's in the summertime in the Midwest or up north where it's usually cold, but if it's in the summer, it's okay to wear a nicer, lighter pair of gray trousers like you see here. Now you will notice when I put a light pair of trousers with a dark navy blazer, it gives it more of a sporty look. And the darker we go, the dressier the outfit's going to look. So if we go to a dark gray, we get a much dressier look with that navy blazer. And that holds true for the different shades that we're going to look at. We're going to look at some khakis where the same holds true. The darker, the dressier, the lighter we go, the sportier the outfit's going to look. So again, there's a dark charcoal gray trouser with a navy blazer, very conservative look. And we'll look at some khaki trousers. Again, we'll start very light. If you're in a warmer climate or if it's in the summertime, gives it more of a sporty look again. And we can go a little bit darker to a medium khaki color. This particular color is called British Tan. A lot of different names for khakis, different khaki color trousers. They all look very nice, very traditional, almost uniform-like, but that's what we want to shoot for an interview or a very conservative business meeting. Go a little bit darker here. And let's look at some olive color trousers. We'll go to a dark olive. Olive is a great color with navy. A lot of guys had never thought about wearing an olive color trouser with a navy blazer, but it looks very nice. And we can even go a little bit lighter to a medium olive. And we can go real light for a more sporty look, or if it's hot where you're at, go very light. Okay, let's go in and look at some different shirts. We started off with a white shirt, open collar. most conservative look that you can achieve right there. If you're not too sure about what you should be wearing, if you have some pattern shirts, go with a white shirt. You can never go wrong. Or if you'd like, you can go to a blue, business blue shirt. I'll show you what that will look like. As you can see, very conservative. Now, if you have some pattern shirts, you can also throw those underneath. I would be careful with your pattern shirts for your interviews. You don't want to go too bold or too loud. For example, I wouldn't wear a striped shirt like this. It's just a little bit much for the occasion. I'm going to stay a little bit more simple than this. I would go with a tight Tattersall check right here. This is called a Tattersall. Very tight. It's mainly a blue shirt. It has a little bit of a check pattern in there called a Tattersall. I would stick with something like that. All of your pattern shirts, I would go with something with a blue or white background where that's the main color. And the stripe or the check or the pattern is extremely tight and small. All the shirts I'm showing you will work with all the trousers that we've looked at previously. All the gray trousers, all the olive trousers, and the khaki trousers as well. There's a white check. Again, mainly a white shirt. Pattern is barely noticeable. So you can get away with these looks. There's a blue shirt with a mini stripe. Again, you can see not very noticeable on the pattern. There's a nice light blue check. And we can take a look at a nice mini stripe in the white. And there you have it. So for your interviews where a suit is not required and you can get away with business casual, nice navy blazer, I would stick with the navy blazer with the gold buttons, a pair of trousers in a light to dark gray, a khaki light to dark khaki, and you can go with olive trousers as well, light or dark. And stick with wider blue solid shirts if you're unsure of what to wear. And if you don't think that your pattern shirts that you have are appropriate, don't take a chance. Stick with your white and blue. If you do have some white and blue pattern shirts with tight patterns, either checks or stripes, you can go with those as well. Okay, until next time, I'll see you on the other side.